Well, we hope you brought your tickets today because we have 2 cocktails for the Christmas movie, The Polar Express.
This is the Polar Express!
Welcome to Boozy Movies, where watching movies and making cocktails is what we do.
I would think about climbing on board.
Our first espresso-based cocktail will wake you up and get you on board. It's the Polar Expresso.
Hey, would you like some Joe?
Our second cocktail is a boozy take on the onboard hot cocoa. We got it. A mysterious train shows up in the middle of the night. Instead of calling the cops, a bunch of kids just hop on for some hot chocolate and mild trauma. It's the heartwarming tale of how Tom Hanks plays literally everyone except Santa's reindeer.
All aboard!
All right, let's make the Polar Expresso.
I've got a schedule to keep. Oh!
For the Polar Expresso, you're going to need Brandy, Mount Rigi, Liquor 43, espresso, vanilla simple syrup, and saline.
In a shaker tin, combine 1.5 ounces brandy, a 1/2 ounce Mount Rigi, a 1/4 ounce Liquor 43, a shot of espresso, a 1/2 ounce vanilla simple syrup, and a dropper of saline. Add ice, a spring, and more ice. Cover and shake vigorously until chilled. Double strain into a Nick and Nora glass. Lastly, garnish with a maraschino cherry flourished with gold for a bell. And here is the Polar Expresso. We'd kind of been looking for an excuse to make a espresso martini, and since a lot of people call it espresso, it really made a lot of sense. Just kind of lends itself to the title. So we decided to make the Polar Expresso.
Is that what happened?
We didn't want to make the regular espresso martini for this because, of course, it's the Polar Express.
Yeah.
We have to stop the train!
And that is vodka, usually just a sugar, simple syrup, and espresso. That's generally what it is.
Are you sure?
Here we have flavors that are similar to like a cordial cherry. I don't know if you ever got those at Christmas time in like the box.
Absolutely.
The cherry is a little bit inspired by Mount Rigi, which is a product that comes out of Switzerland.
Yes.
Has those wonderful Kirsch cherries, white cherry liqueur.
Yes, indeed.
It's prominent in this drink, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't take away from like the coffee flavor of it. The vanilla simple syrup is really good in there. And then we have the Liquor 43, so that kind of ups the sweetness and kind of brings a lot of the flavors together too.
A well-oiled machine.
There's not a lot of bitterness in this, and part of that is because, again, of the Liquor 43. We tried this recipe a couple of times, and then when we added just that 1/4 ounce, made a huge difference.
Lesson learned.
I myself, I like my candy coffee, so I'm definitely good with that. But it's not like too sweet, again, it's really not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge your wonderful garnish on the side. One of the main things of this movie is he's trying, our hero boy, he can't hear the bell.
I don't hear anything.
And so you just decorated a little maraschino cherry with some edible gold dust, luster dust. It's a nice little touch, I think.
Yeah, it's a fun little Christmas embellishment and looks really, really pretty on that brown background of the espresso martini. This head held really, really well.
Isn't that wonderful?
That's not always super common with a standard espresso martini. Usually the head will hold for a bit. The trick is to, of course, throw that spring in there and shake the dickens out of it.
Vigorously.
Shake the Charles Dickens out of it.
Those are the rules.
So trains are pretty synonymous when it comes to Christmas, and this magical train just shows up in the middle of the night and is sort of mysterious, even when Hero Boy, he's not really sure if you should get on board or not. And once he does, it's pretty much a wild roller coaster of a ride.
It is a roller coaster. So now that we've gotten onto the roller coaster, who's ready for a refreshment?
Your attention, please.
But before you get that refreshment, we'd like to stop this train just for 1 second and ask that you hit that little like, subscribe if you haven't, and that alert bell just to remind you to come back next week because we have more happy holidays coming and more really, really great movies.
All right, let's move on to We Got It.
Hot, hot, hot.
We're heading for the other side of the tracks.
We're gonna be using coconut rum, coffee liqueur, half and half, white vanilla, hot cocoa mix, and hot water.
In a shaker tin, combine 1 ounce coconut rum, 1 ounce coffee liqueur, 1 ounce half and half, a bar spoon of white vanilla, and a dropper of saline. Using a frother, stir until well combined and pour into a heat-proof glass. In the shaker tin, combine 1 serving of hot cocoa mix, approximately 1/4 of a cup, and 4 ounces of hot water. Froth until foamy and between 130 degrees to 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Pour into a glass and serve. And now, hot, 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 we got it.
Smells nice and rich and chocolatey.
Yes, so we did specify a temperature here. And the reason why is that if you get alcohol above really 160 degrees, the alcohol breaks out of solution and then it tastes very ethanol-y.
Interesting.
We didn't want that.
We didn't want that for you or for us.
That's right, we want this creamy, delicious, but also still tastes of alcohol.
Yes.
Because it is Boozy Movies.
It is Boozy Movies after all.
You don't want to be bamboozled.
It's not just like taking, some Swiss Miss and some hot cocoa. You could use some Swiss Miss and then just pouring some booze in it and calling it good.
No, sir.
Adding in that little bit of coffee liqueur adds some more depth and
Yeah.
some more flavors to it, which we really wanted. The coconut rum also meshes really nicely because it kind of has desserty taste a little bit to it.
The most real things in the world are the things we can't see.
What we have learned in our adventures here is that coconut rum really brings up like that creaminess, really brings up that desserty kind of flavor. And coconut and chocolate are like fast friends, of course.
Problem solved.
As well as the coffee liqueur in this. Now, if you're looking to not have caffeine in this drink, we actually used a decaf coffee liqueur. It's got a great balance of bitterness and sweetness, so it's not quite as sweet as Kahlua,
Right.
not quite as bitter as like Mr. Black or St.
St. George.
George's.
Yeah.
It's nothing I need to know.
So the inspiration for this cocktail is there's a really fun scene when he gets on the train with all the other kids. All these baristas come out and they're like dancing and singing hot, 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 we
Yes.
got it. Yeah, they're pouring hot chocolate for the kids. And I think helping them calm the kids down a little bit because they're on this little bit of an uncertain ride. And what kid doesn't love hot chocolate?
That was such a fun scene, such a fun little musical number, very imaginative, and I believe that on the Polar Express in cities near you, they do this whole song and dance and serve you cocoa.
Where?
And maybe we should bring the other cocktail in and talk about the experience of the movie as a whole. It was interesting seeing this. I mean, I grew up with the book. And I always remember just being on the coffee table as a kid, and you go over to a friend's house, and a lot of people would have it.
Well, do ya?
And it was really interesting to see it come to life in sort of an animated form, in this kind of like live action animation, which seemed like it was pretty new from a technological perspective at the time.
What was that you said?
I think that sort of technology originated in video games. I don't know if it was the first movie to incorporate it. It might be the first like feature-length movie because it is all that.
Seeing is believing.
This is a very dreamlike, very surreal type movie. I think at a certain point I finally decided like, yeah, this kid is dreaming.
I have to wake up.
When you're in a dream, you're kind of like running around with like not a clear objective to what it is that you're doing, but you're just like running around and things are mazy and kind of all over the place and you can't seem to get where you want to go.
Yeah.
And weird things happen like all along the way. And so I was like, man, this is like watching one of my dreams, which is kind of crazy.
Could all this be nothing but a dream?
There's some wild action sequences. We were watching it, I was like, I feel like I'm watching Mission Impossible where Tom Cruise is like on top of the train, like running, and then a tunnel and he's got to like duck and everything. I mean, it's pretty wild.
But with kids in jammies. So one thing about the holidays that everybody loves is of course the music. Tom Hanks has a few jazzy pieces.
Yes.
Josh Groban sings the main title and I'm absolutely in love with him. And then of course Alan Silvestri, incredible composer.
Yes.
He is the one who composed the film score for
Yes.
this.
Sure is.
I think of him as a really calming composer. Another one of my favorites that he did was, of course, Forrest Gump. That is probably one of my all-time favorite scores.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of Forrest Gump,
Yeah.
we might have some special, not just cocktails, but we might have a little something extra and special for that episode, which will be coming up at the end of the year. It is the holiday season, so we have more Christmas episodes. But we're really looking forward to some more Alan Silvestri movies too, I guess.
That's right. So set your countdown, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
Well, I think it's time to get out of here. It's time to get back on the train, head home, but we got our cocktails, so it's gonna be a fun ride.
That's right. So excited.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.